It's I don't know. We believe we can beat anybody. We believe when we're playing our game, we'll match up with anyone. So I think it's steps forward. But like I said earlier, we're more concerned about playing our best brand of ball down the stretch, and we're more concerned about continuing to improve and in some areas and facets of the game, and that's what we're going to continue to work on. And like I said earlier, we're not going to put any caps or limitations on what we're able to do.
I don't know we'll get a chance to talk to Manny tonight, so I'll ask you, how exhausted must he be after tonight's game, after the series?
That's a bad man. I mean, just an absolute bad man. Um, we've talked all series, what he was, able to just affect the game. Yeah, the at bats, but what he's able to do defensively and on the bases, and his baseball IQ. I mean, these plays he's making. Maybe some of them look routine, just because of the way Manny does it. But it's unbelievable, and it's nothing more appropriate for the way he ended that game with the line drive and going that way, throwing a strike. Jake's in the right spot. Will's hustling and backing up, but Manny was unbelievable this series.
Hey, Jayce, you had said a few days ago that you don't feel like this team has really come close to playing its best baseball yet. I'm just curious now, in the wake of this series, how close do you feel like you are to that now?
I think just this homestand so far, the homestand, it's we're certainly playing better just on all four kind of our facets of the game, and the pitchers are throwing strikes and they're on the attack, and we're playing much better team defense, and we're picking one another up, and the at bats are coming together. They're really grinding, and we're barreling up balls, and we're getting on base, and we're winning 3-2 pitches, and the way we run the bases and hustle and play, fearless. So those things are coming together. And when we've got 3 or 4 of those facets playing at a fairly, high level, we're going to be a pretty tough team.
Joe, I'm wondering if you can appreciate what a sweep of the Dodgers in front of a packed Petco Park means for maybe some of the Padres fans in attendance, specifically the fact that, it's been a while since that's happened here, I think since 2010.
Yeah, I just heard on the walk down here that it's been since 2013, maybe, since we swept them last. And I'm a Padre fan. I mean, I grew up in San Diego, so I've been living this for a long time, and I've been watching these series go down. And it's kind of the dream that you get to participate in an action-packed series like this. So the way that we're playing this year, and the team that we have, and the fact that they're coming off a championship and we're still the underdogs that are chasing and trying to level the playing field with them, that's fuel for everybody in our clubhouse. And coming off of a sweep of the Reds, who's best hitting team in the National League, that was a lot of good energy and a lot of good fuel for us going into this series. But I just think we have so many guys in there that are ready for the big moment and ready to take the stage and do their job. And I feel like we're all used to being in those high leverage situations, adding, guys like Darvish and Snell and myself who have been in, postseason experience, Machado, countless amount of guys on this team that have pitched in the playoffs and in big moments, so we got guys that have been there before and done it. So just being able to, to calm the nerves and use those, to our advantage. And, there's nothing like having a packed house at Petco, man. The fans are incredible here.
How would you describe the way Manny defended this series, whether at third base or in short right field?
Yeah, the guy, the way that he plays the game, he makes it look so slow and so smooth. These like the stuff that you see him do, it's not as easy as it looks, I promise. And I'm going to say something now for the people that want to dog him on him not hustling down the line and for him not doing certain things that irritate a lot of fans. The guy knows his baseball IQ is off the charts. He knows, how hard he needs to go down the line, and the guy plays every single day. To go 162 games, there's not many people that can sprint out every single ground ball and do what he does in the field and do what he does at the plate. It's very hard to sustain that. So he gets down the line when he needs to, and he gets down the line at a rate where if there's a bobble, he's going to be safe. He's not just jogging down the line, giving up on the play. He's a smart player. He knows what he's doing, and you see it tonight. He had a one hopper to third base and got his ass down the line, and was a huge part of keeping that inning going. And and allowing, we end up getting an out in the inning, which would have been 2 outs had he not been moving down the line. It's 1 out. We have a chance to score 2 instead of 1. It's just, those are things that change the game. So I got all the respect in the world for Manny, and I love having him behind me.
Joe, how did the atmosphere this series at Petco compare to anything you'd seen as a fan or a player?
I mean, outside of the World Series, that's the most energy I've ever played in. And it was about as close as you can get to a World Series. I mean, from pitch one to the final pitch of the game, it's people on their feet screaming and going crazy. And anytime those Dodger fans get going, our fans silent them and drown them out. So it's a huge thanks to the fans for coming out and supporting us. I mean, we're having a blast playing this year, and it's so special to be able to have a full crowd again and 100% capacity, because these fans have been showing up for us all year long, and it's really cool that we can share these big moments like this together. What's going on, Bernie?
Hey, a quick follow-up on the sweep step. The Padres swept the Dodgers at home. You were a senior at Grossmont High.
Yeah.
Can you put that in perspective?
Say that again?
I said the last time the Padres swept the Dodgers in San Diego, you were a senior at Grossmont High 11 years ago. Can you put perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you say it that way, it just kind of makes me think about the road that I've taken to get here. I spent 6 years in the minor leagues. Times when I didn't even make it to full season ball until my fifth year. Drafted in 11, didn't play full season ball till 15. So it was times when I thought the road might be coming to an end, and times where I wanted to shut it down, and things just weren't going my way, and I missing out on a lot of things at home, and not being able to spend birthdays and anniversaries and weddings, and missing big moments at home when I'm spending every day down in Florida in the GCL rehabbing and constantly hurt, and just things weren't going my way. It just makes all of it worth it to be able to be playing in my hometown and wearing a Padres uniform and being part of a rivalry that's been going for years and years. I mean, since I was a little kid, and I feel like the rivalry is at its best that it's ever been. It's a pretty level playing field between the two teams, and I feel like we're starting to show them that you're not going to walk all over us this year, and that we're gonna fight. We got the pieces to do it, and now it's just about going out and doing it. So it feels good to be part of that.